Okay, so look, I'm going to tell you what you may not want to hear right now, okay? But the truth is that it's not about the problem is not your business, okay? It's the way you're running it. And the way you're running it is making you burnt out. And I want to help you fix that right now, right? Because that's the problem with where you are right now. And unless and until you fix it, it's going to continue to burn you out. And you're going to be on this never ending emotional roller coaster and maddening cycle unnecessarily. So let's go ahead and fix that for you today. Okay. The first thing is that you are running on empty. You're running on fumes right now, right? And the reason for that is because you're running in circles like a mad woman. And I know I've been there, done that, and it's not a place I want to be again. But I do feel your pain. I completely understand what you're going through because I've been there. Right now, you've got 6 different offers. You're working off of 3 to 5 different platforms. You've got 12 workflows, right? You don't really have any structure or systems in place, and you're just all over the place. But guess what's not consistent aside from that? Your cash flow, right? You don't consistently have clients coming in, and therefore you are starved for the cash flow, which means at the end of the day that you're running crazy. And truthfully, I know this might not feel good to hear, but it's a little bit raggedy right now, right? Because you don't have things set up like you need to on the back end. And so it's not making you look good or feel good at the forefront, right? And so the reality is you're really overcomplicating simple systems that need to be in place. And maybe you're halfway there, but you don't quite know exactly how to tweak things or how to manipulate it so that it really works for you. We've got to get rid of that and start systematizing your business and optimizing it as well so that you can focus on monetizing your gifts, your talents, and your skill set. Okay? Because you are the face of your brand, you are the visionary, and you need to stay in your lane, operating in your zone of genius. And if you are trying to do it all, it's never going to happen. So you think right now that you need a new niche, but I'm here to tell you that you need new systems. Okay? Systems, structure, and effective strategy combined. Oh, that's the new sexy, sweetie. You understand what I'm saying? So the funnel isn't broken, but your flow is. And again, we need to simplify what you are overcomplicating right now. And that starts by taking you out of the equation, not to the umpteenth degree, right? Not to the fullest extent, but to some degree, to a lot of degree, actually, because we need people working in the background for you, doing all the time consuming, tedious tasks that are keeping you busy, bogged down, and burnt out right now, so that you can show up at your best, doing your best work without exhausting yourself and exerting your energy. This is not supposed to feel like an all-consuming process. You've got people who do this all day, every day. They specialize in all the things you're trying to do. So we need to learn how to automate our systems, put better structure in place, right? And we definitely need to learn how to delegate. Stop wearing all the hats and doing all the things because it doesn't feel good and it ain't a good look for you, because burnout never is, right? We've got to get you in a place of peace and prosperity and doing aligned CEO work. Okay. And right now, the business ain't businessing like it's supposed to. Neither is the bank account in your bottom line, because that's where burnout leads to emptiness in all the ways. And right now, you're probably feeling broken, burnt out, and bankrupt in all the ways, right? Physically, emotionally, financially, socially, nutritionally. Let me tell you something, sweetie. Rest is the new revenue. Okay. So we need to learn how to embrace ease, but we cannot embrace ease unless and until we change things around so that we can flow and allow our business to flow in a way that positions us powerfully to show up as the CEOs we are. You feel what I'm saying? So I have had to make the same shift. Okay. I'm not telling you anything that I haven't done, am doing, or not willing to do. So I'm speaking from firsthand experience. I have been defeated, deflated, depleted, burnt the hell out, stressed out, all the things. I know what it feels like when you don't have the structure in place, when you are shouldering the responsibilities of your household, and then you've got a very demanding career in corporate America, and then you're trying to run the business on the side, right? And that now becomes your side hustle because you're trying to focus on all these things, and then you might be part of the sandwich generation. So now you're taking care of aging parents and maybe even ill parents, and then you've got your children who need your support in some way, and you are just ready to explode, right? So we need to find a way to reverse engineer this so that, yes, you still need to be a part of working the business, but I would much rather you work on the business as opposed to in it, deeply in the trenches of it. Okay, so I'm not trying to far remove you necessarily, but I do want you to back away from it in the sense of what you're doing now. Because obviously what you're doing now ain't working, right? So if it ain't working, let's fix what is broken. You got me? So let's shift towards a more aligned approach and embrace ease and holistic systems. That's where it's at. For me personally, in the beginning of time, okay, when I first started this business back in 2016, girl, let me tell you, it was rough. And that was with a business partner, mind you. Okay. And we were doing all the things and wearing all the hats. And even with two of us, before we hired our first assistant, it was rough. And even when we hired our first assistant and we still had our hands in everything, right? Everybody was stirring the pot. It just became too much. So we had to learn how to really operate again in our zones of genius, right? And do what we knew best and really focus and shift our energy, our time, and our attention and our efforts to with the things or towards the things that we were great at doing, and leave the rest for the experts we hired, right? Because that's what CEOs do. They don't hustle, they hire help. Okay, so learn how to automate, systematize your business, outsource and delegate. And that's even true, not just for your business, but for your personal life as well. Okay. Because I've been a parallelpreneur, meaning I was working my job at the same time I was building a business. That was a big challenge. I have been a solopreneur, right? Working alone. And I have been a workaholic. Okay. I am a recovering perfectionist, a soloist. And I have had to learn through all of that to protect my peace, manage not just my time, but preserve my energy as well. And that's why I really do believe now in teaching more of a holistic approach. And that's what my methodologies are about. And I will never do it the other way around again. And I will never teach you or advise you to build your life around your business, because I truly believe that we've got to reverse engineer what it is we want out of life, what it is we want out of this business. What does life look like for us with this business in it? And then our business needs to be built around that. Okay. So that's where the work starts. And of course, the internal deeper work is the mindset shift, as much as the internal work that you need to do that's keeping you still stuck and stagnant. Okay. Let me remind you, you are, my dear, the CEO. And the last time I checked, those acronyms stood for and still stand for Chief Executive Officer. It does not stand for Chief Everything Officer. You got me? So let's shift your mindset from that employee energy, especially if you're coming from corporate America, because that world does brainwash you into believing that this is the way you have to work because that's the way you've been working for so long. That it's not your fault, okay? You don't know any better yet, but that's why I'm here, okay? Shift you from that employee energy to an empowered entrepreneur, right? You need to build a freedom-based business so that you can have a free life. You feel me? So this is not just about freeing yourself from a job and cutting the corporate cord and leaving that toxic work environment or that hostile work environment. That's part of it, but it's only a small percentage as compared to what you're leaving to where you're headed, right? What are you working towards, not what you're just running away from. So yes, leave a job that you've outgrown and that no longer serves you, but then how are you going to build your business with this new understanding, right? So if your business is suffering right now, and if you are suffering in silence and you're just like, I don't know how to dig myself out of this hellhole I have made for myself, let me remind you that you are a whole entire vibe, and so is your business. You are uniquely you for a reason, and people are expecting you to show up as such powerfully as the authentic you. Okay, so let's stop running your business like it's a side hustle because it ain't. Okay, and start operating like the CEO you are. I want you to be ready to build a different life, and that's going to start by building a different business. And that begins with a mindset shift. Okay, so by the way, if you're getting what I'm giving and you love these gems I'm dropping, go ahead and leave a comment below so we can get this discussion popping. I would love to know where you are in the journey and if this is hitting home for you and what resonates with you most. Let me know and let's continue this dialogue below. But in the meantime and in between time, in case you hadn't heard, this is the first time today, as you are hearing the sound of my voice as of this recording, that I am publicly announcing. Okay, maybe I kind of alluded to it in a video previously. Okay, I know somebody's going to check me. But that's okay, because I'm a check myself, because I remember I did allude to it. I said, stay tuned, but I didn't give you all the details. Now, I'm not going to have time to give you all the details in this video either. But what I will do is remind you to join the waitlist for my Legacy Lounge. Why? It is a subscription-based model, a membership, monthly membership that you absolutely need to be a part of. Oftentimes, the problem as to why you haven't left your job yet or why you can't fully run your business and you're kind of caught between the two worlds of corporate America and running a business, or even if you left corporate America and you're running your business full time, but you're not making consistent and predictable income, the cash ain't flowing, we need to change that. And oftentimes, it takes something as simple as you just making your first 5K. Now, I believe in teaching you the high ticket way, because what I can tell you for sure is that when you are trying to sell all these low ticket offers to the masses, it takes volume. And we're not focused on volume and we're not focused on selling to the masses. We are focused on selling value-based offers, high ticket, to your ideal dream client that you do your best work with and get the best results for. If that is something you need, and if you are working in corporate still, okay, you still got a 9 to 5, all the more reason why you need to be in this membership, because you need to replace your income, especially if you are a high salary earner like I have been when I was in the workforce. Okay, I was a 6-figure earner. And so I needed to replace my income quickly. And you cannot do that with low ticket offers, again, unless you have volume. Okay, so if we are focused on not burning you out any more than you already are, then I'm not going to do you a disservice by telling you to sell a bunch of low ticket offers like eBooks and templates and all of that, quick, guides and things of that nature. Now, should you have that in your arsenal? Yes, of course you should. But that's not where we're starting. We need to start high ticket, because I operate and have adopted what I call the Michelle Obama philosophy and shared visions by Couture. That's what we're doing over here. When the rest of the people, coaches and businesses go low, we go high. Okay. When they go low, we go high, because we need to reach the people at the top who we are called to serve and who needs our God-given gifts, our talents, and all the things that we are called to serve them with. Okay. So it is not my ministry to teach you how to sell to the masses a bunch of low ticket offers. We're going to break those high ticket offers down and get you the money fast so you can replace your income quickly. Because people always talk about, well, oh, is this a get rich quick scheme and scam? Listen, I ain't into the schemes and scams, but I certainly don't want to get rich slow. Okay. And I have a feeling that if you follow me and you're watching this video right now, you don't want to get rich slow either. So let's get rich quick together. And in fact, let's have a holistic, wealthy lifestyle, right? And live our first class life. So again, join the wait list of the Legacy Lounge, okay? It is ready and waiting for you, darling. And I promise you, this is no FOMO. Take my word for it. It is going to be offered to you at the lowest price it will ever be, and only to the first 50 founding members. Every time I hit 50 people, the price goes up, okay? And as you know, yesterday's prices ain't today's prices, okay? So once the price goes up, it's never going back to what it was at the beginning. So get in where you fit in and make sure that you if you need to build your first K, not just about the money, the first K freedom-based business, get in while you can. Now, if you want to build, if you're like, I already am hitting my 5K months, great. This is still a great community for support and for sisterhood and for congregations and for having that connectivity, okay? And a coach that's leading you, and curriculum and content in one centralized hub. That's what that is. And so if you want the ongoing support, great. But you can also get on what I call a freedom and focus clarity call if you need personalized insight, because I'm about meeting you where you are in the journey. So go ahead if you need to, in the meantime and in between time, okay, still get on the wait list, but go ahead and book a call with me. Then that way we can see what other ways in which I can support you. And I want to say this too. If you find that, you really need the support and we're a great fit and you want to join my next higher tiered offer, which is the Legacy Leaders Lab, that's a group coaching program. I'll give you all the details about that, or you can always go to my, landing page or my sales page and learn more about it. But I can give you all the details about that. Okay. So again, we can talk about that more on the clarity call. And if we're a good fit, I'm doing something else special for you. I'm giving you a $222 credit, which is the cost of the clarity call. And then I'm putting that towards my higher tier program. So essentially you get the call for free because it's going to be put towards the next higher tiered program. Does that make sense? Anyways, we can get into all the deets later. I just wanted to kind of put that out there for you so that you have some incentive. Okay. So join my wait list, book a freedom and focus clarity call. And what else? Oh, and girl, if you did not yet sign up for the Job Liberation Virtual Summit and you identify as a Black woman, I just don't know what you're doing with your life. Okay. If you were not able to catch it live, it kicked off live starting Friday, May 16th, and it goes through today, Sunday. I did my presentation today, and let me tell you, the crowd went wild. It was very powerful, but so were the other beautiful, brilliant brains in that room, dynamic speakers, over 20 of us in there, and it's still going as I speak. I don't know when it is you'll be watching this video, okay? But you still have an opportunity. I think today is the last day you can show up live. So if you don't purchase your ticket by the time you watch this video, if you haven't gone live to the Job Summit, that's okay. You will still be able to get the replay. Okay. So you can purchase the replay as well and absorb all of that good energy and great information so that you can begin your transformation and your path to freedom. Okay. This is how we're living holistically well. So I just want to make sure that I put that out there because it is such a phenomenal lineup. I had an amazing time in there, and I myself am learning so much. And it feels so darn good, so damn good. Let me just go ahead and say it like what it is, okay? To be surrounded by so many powerhouses, all women, all beautiful brown skinned women, just like you and me. Again, if you identify as a woman of color or a Black woman. But if you don't, and you know somebody who does, you have the opportunity to sponsor them, to purchase the replay and gift somebody who might benefit from it. And like I said, the other two offers that I just shared with you are actually applicable to you. It doesn't matter the color of your skin or your ethnic background or your socioeconomic status or any of that. It is still something for everybody as far as the ideal clients and my champagne clients that I'm called to serve. Okay. So I really hope this has been beneficial for you and you found this helpful. And like I said, if it is, go ahead and let me know what was most helpful for you. Now that's my time. I'm going to tune out while you tune in. Be sure to share this video out with at least 3 friends and make sure you watch the next video that YouTube recommends. Okay. As always, and until next time, I am wholeheartedly in this journey with you. Bye for now.